What's going on? Tectonic Edge here, and we have the July 13th, 2020 banned and restricted announcement. So we're going to go down the list here. Historic, Modern's obviously the one I care more about, but we're going to go through it anyway. Historic, we've got Agent of Treachery being banned. Winota, Joiner of Forces, and Fires of Invention, all moving from that suspended category to banned. Nexus of Fate is eating a banned. Could see that. It's pretty powerful in a limited or a smaller format like that. And Burning Tree Emissary is getting banned. It can ramp those out. Oath of Nissa is getting unbanned in Pioneer, which is interesting, but I don't play Pioneer much, so not that interesting. And Modern. If you play Pioneer, it's probably interesting. It's probably going to bring a deck back into the format. Arcum's Astrolabe is banned. So this is the card everyone kind of thought was going to eat a ban. I know there was a lot of talk about Uro maybe eating a ban, and of course a lot of cards unbanning, but they went kind of conservative here. They just banned the one card. This is getting banned because it's a really good enabler. I mean, all these 3-color control decks that we're seeing out that don't really have that difficult a mana base are kind of enabled by this card. So with this out of the format, I think we're going to see kind of a fall off of those decks. They're going to probably fall more into 2-card or 2-color builds. Control, it'll make playing an Uro build with control a little more difficult, and it'll make playing Mystic Sanctuary, if you're not just blue-white control or if you're not a 2-color deck, really difficult. It's also going to make Blood Moon a lot more effective because any three-color deck or mana base, typically, especially if you're playing things that has multiple color cost, Uro, when you're casting him from exile, or not exile, but the graveyard, it gets expensive if you are under a Blood Moon and don't run that many basics. So we're likely to see Blood Moon come back more into play. It's as a Tron player, not the most happy about that, but it's kind of offset with a drop-off. Hopefully we're going to see a drop-off of control with this. But yeah, no other bans. No Splinter Twin unbanned. We kind of dodged a bullet there because I remember that matchup, and it was not a good matchup for Tron. Pauper Expedition map is getting banned, so Pauper Tron's taking a hit. Unfortunate. But not Modern, so not the biggest deal for me. If you play Pauper Tron, you have my sympathy. And Mystic Sanctuary getting banned. Wouldn't have mind having seen that in the Modern ban, but with the Arcum's Astrolabe ban, we're probably going to see less of that in 3-color decks. It'll just be really either a mono blue deck or a blue-white control deck that will successfully manage to play that. Not going to like the Blood Moon in the format, but it's going to be what it's going to be. We'll drop down here to the description real quick. Over the past several months, in the modern metagame, we have seen a rise in popularity and win rate of multicolored decks using Arcum's Astrolabe. Only see the back. That's interesting. With some variants approaching 55% non-mirror match win rates. It's not the worst win rate, but there are a lot of decks playing this card. So while these decks have taken on several different forms, the common game plan is using Arcum's Astrolabe to play powerful cards across several colors. As a result, Arcum's Astrolabe has become one of the most played cards in Modern. Yep. And not going to read the whole thing. If you want to read the whole thing, you can go see the article. Leads to other synergy by virtue of being cheap artifact. Yep. And it can be blinked or recurred for card advantage. That is true. They're keeping an eye on it in Legacy. All right. So it's the other thing. I guess this does hit the Urza builds as well. We likely they're not the most prominent right now, but they're probably going to fall off a little bit more. Just as a side effect of this, I don't think Urza was the most broken one it was in. I mean, that's kind of the original deck that was playing it, and then it spread to other decks. But yeah, let me know what you think of this ban. Let me know what you think the format's moving to and how you think it's going to change. I think we are going to see a drop in that control, probably a pickup in the more either aggro or mid-range strategies. But yeah, let me know what you think. This is Tectonic Edge, signing out.